Pets Warfare, and here's a tutorial on how to make custom skins in slendytubbies. And the helpful tip for this, but they don't work in single player and they don't work in versus. So what you have to do, you have to go on competitive like this. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, they all work. So go on, I'll choose dusk because I like how dusk looks. And what you do, you can connect as, or you can connect or you can be host. Both of them work really. Just depends on who you're with. If you're by yourself like me, you'd go on host. And now you don't start the game yet by pressing E. But what you do, if you look at the bottom left, you'll see a little button there. Click that, and this will come up with some URLs. And I'll show you something. If you change any of them, the URL will change. So it obviously says they're going for different files that are uploaded differently on the internet. And what I'm going to show you today is how to change the legs, because you can see them, and the head, because it's different than the others. The hat texture is also a JPEG when the rest of them are PNG files. Remember that, because that comes in handy if you want to change the hat separately. Because what I've found so far is the hat doesn't work as a PNG file. It probably does, but it's just me messing up. But okay, now to show you how to change the head texture. What you have to do is copy this and put it into your browser. It'll come up with a little picture. I'll show you in a second. Now if you come to your browser and put the link that was on the game into the browser itself, you come with this picture. This is a template used to make the heads for the Slendytubby, or not Slendytubby, the characters that you play as in Slendytubby. So what you want to do is right click and save the image. I've already done it. Save it to somewhere you can get to easily. For example, just my picture file. I've got it right here. And what you'd want to do is open that up in Photoshop, whatever you use to edit pictures. I use Photoshop. So you just drag it into the program like this. Now I'll show you how to make, you probably saw it a little while ago, but I'll show you how to make one of these. They're actually really simple because you don't have to draw anything. But if you say you just want to draw a scar or make his eyes red or something, that'd be easy. You would just like say, what you simply do is just draw on them like that, and then yeah, save it. But since I'm going to show you how to do something a little bit different and make it faster, all you have to do is just get the picture up and put it on top of the head. Obviously the head section is where the face is, or the face section is where the face is. The rest of it is the colour that's going to be around the face. And since the awesome face is round and the bits there isn't round, it's not going to fit. You can warp the picture if you'd like to make it look dodgier. I'll show you what it looks like that. You can warp it slightly so it fits better and it looks a bit dodgier if you wanted to. But that's just your personal choice really. And now the background. So you don't want it to be that colour. You want it to be your own colour. For myself, I'll show you how to make it camouflage. What I do, just get a camouflage texture from Google, put it in Photoshop or whatever you're using, make sure it covers the whole picture if you want it as the whole background, and place. Now if you're using layers like this, make sure the awesome face layer is above the camouflage like that, and if you did that you would see it's got that, and so on and so forth. You don't need the background anymore, or the original template, so you can delete that. Then what you have to do now is once you're happy with your skin, is File, Save As, PNG file, because that's the one the game uses. Save it over anything you'd like. It doesn't really matter. You can save it as your own, but since I used it earlier, I'll just save it over that. Photoshop users, if this comes up, just press None and OK. Wait for it to save, and it's done. So now, how do you get into the game? This is where tinypics.com comes in. The link will be in the description. But all you do is go on this website, and this will come up. You press Browse. You find your texture, which is this one. Double click it. Make sure it's an image. Default. Upload now. This box will come up. Just fill it in, and wait for the file to upload. Once your file uploads, this will come up, and you're ignoring this one, you're ignoring this one, and you're ignoring this one. The link you're interested in is the bottom one here. What you want to do is highlight it, and highlight the whole thing, press Control C to copy. That'll make it so that obviously it's in your clipboard and you can put it into the game. So I'll see you back in the game and I'll show you what to do with this. Okay, now that we're back in the game, go back on character customization and come along these URLs. And what to do is, because we made a head, go on the head texture, which is here, highlight this, backspace to delete it, Control V. That'll paste this here. And then all of your friends who comes on, you obviously can't see your own head, but all of your friends who come on will be able to see your face as it is. And note that textures will take 20 to 30 seconds to render, depending on how big they are usually. So at first there won't be any change, but once you start the game and walk around a little bit, then they'll change. So now I'll show you the leg textures because you can see it. So I'll show you what happens when you change your legs. Legs are here, so what you do, you'd highlight them, Control C to copy that, just like you did with the head. And the reason I'm showing you this as well as the head is because these are slightly different how all the others are done. So I'll just leave the game and be back in normal. See you in a second, Pack. Now that I'm back into Photoshop, you'll see I've got this picture. But where did I get this picture? Well, there'll be another link in the description to a post by Sean, the game creator. I think that's how you pronounce the name, Sean, only if it works. But he'll come up with the head, which you can use earlier, and this. This is for the body, arms and legs. And as you can tell, the top, if you want the top here, the front is a blue section, the back is this section, and the bottom's here. So say you wanted the top front of your body to be fire, and the rest of it to be camouflage, for example, you'd put a fire texture here in the box. Sorry, I'll make it easy for you, I don't know if you can see that. But you'd put it roughly here for the front, and the rest would cover the rest. So now, what would I do with the legs? I'm going to make them completely one texture, just to make it easier. But what you do, you'd get your texture, paste, make sure the whole picture is covered, and just leave it like that. And what you'd do, you'd save it as a PNG, just like the other one. The reason I showed you this template separately is if you want to be creative and make your own character, especially like a really super awesome character. The game creator, Sean, made Master Chief, I think it was Sean, but and that is pretty creative to do that. So once again, to save it to PNG. If you're going for a hat texture, remember to save it as a JPEG file, which is right here. But at the moment I'm doing legs, so I'm going for PNG. Save it as whatever you want. I'll save it over this one. Go on None. And once again, just like you did with the head texture, upload it to TinyPix. Now that your image is uploaded, get the fourth URL again, and if you follow this URL, you would simply just come to the picture like you did with the head texture at the beginning, but you copy this URL into the game in the legs position. And now I'll go back to the game and show you what it looks like. See you in a second, Pack. Okay, Pack, now I'm back in the game. I'll go back on character customization, and note that the head texture has gone back to the default. So what you have to do is save your tabs of your pictures and paste each one in there each time you want to use them. That's obviously not really something it doesn't state that obviously because it doesn't really have much save files and things, but just remember to do that because it's quite important to remember where your pictures are. But since I copied my URL of my legs, I would go on the leg one, backspace, paste my own. Note they haven't changed yet. That's meant to happen, so don't worry yet. But you'd press character customization menu to get rid of it, E to start the game. They still haven't changed. The reason for that is that, like I said earlier, they take 20 to 30 seconds before you will actually see the changes. But while now they're changed, notice that the inside of the legs are green for some reason. Do not worry about that because it's the inside of your legs and no one else will see it. But sorry, jump scare. This will happen just because the inside isn't what's seen. But as you can tell, the outside legs is completely fire now. I'm getting freaked out. The outside legs is completely fire. So this is how you make your own skins in slendytubbies. So go out there, be creative, do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and just try and scare the slendytubby. Make something freaky and try and scare the slendytubby. Anyway, pack, I hope you enjoyed, I hope you make some decent skins, and I hope this helped. I'll see you next time. Wolf out.